Okay.
Sorry, they, it's like, to get it off, yeah, see down things. So clearly we're starting late.
Okay, so is that the stuff up there?
Yeah,
We're gonna look
but
and see.
Candace is bringing more.
Okay, we're looking for crayons.
Well,
Cause here I'm not impressed with a bunch of papers.
I'm saying Candace is bringing from her nonprofit shoes. They have easels, paints, for events that they're donating to us.
We should put those in storage and use them maybe for play day.
Yeah, that's what right. That's what we're sort of inventorying for. But we're gonna have that discussion.
Okay.
When we have payday, which is
Okay.
at this moment.
Okay. So we need to have all the stuff in one place.
Well, of course we do,
Yeah.
but I don't have the physical stamina to move it from place to place. So what's up there is what we'll find out. What we're gonna do is hopefully we'll end this meeting soon and early enough so that we can then pull that stuff down and see what's there so we can really decide.
Now we're still
Hello.
talking about oxygen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well, it was just like Sandra, we can try and move through the meeting quickly and then do inventory because there's things up there and things in the farm. And then the bottom cabinet is totally empty. So we can put for tonight, we can start it and then get it in.
In storage. Well, that's what I want to keep it here now because it's kind of close. 2 more weeks and it'll be out. So we can leave this stuff here, but have my inventory all in one place.
I not disagreeing, just saying, since we're
And I understand where, but when you get somebody to charge of it, then we gotta wrangle it in.
we do. Well, we have no events after
The second.
June 27th until Labor Day.
You guys are moving out here?
So we have
No.
stuff. We have little things to give away.
No, we have a storage space, but when we have things in the community, we wind up leaving stuff here.
Oh, here you're in the other place.
Inventory right now.
How are you doing?
We're just
Did you see the email?
Did not.
Sorry, Hunter's not on. You can see.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So as soon as she returns from ladies.
Okay.
Guess I'll check my email.
That was the only UNNC related that I saw.
That is time for that to happen as well, right? Yeah. Is there a place where you're talking about? Let's see.
Hi, Michael.
How are you doing?
Send in.
No, do you remember me?
Yes. Indeed. How are you doing?
See you in person again.
Keep my water over here if you want to refill it. Work's going to kill me if I lose another one.
Yeah. Did it survive?
Nope.
No?
Oh, that was the other one.
Oh, no.
They can write it off.
Wow.
Yes, we won't die. They'll be fine.
They're like, did anything happen? I'm like, no, just stop working. I don't know what happened. Oh, you know, actually, I'm gonna grab my glasses and see stuff.
That will be helpful. Yeah.
Right.
Good.
But we still have quorum as students will now we don't have, of course, as soon as they're both back, start the meeting. I don't know if Chris, I don't know if she's.
Okay.
She, you know, she
Did you
wrote,
reach out to, Sandra?
So everybody said,
Oh,
email, yeah,
Oh, I didn't get your.
no, I said that today, so. That's what, I reached out to her about what the,
About, you know,
yeah,
Oh.
it's on the email. Send it to you.
so we're gonna
Send it to you,
inventory
and,
out.
Sandra and,
Right.
Kristen, the community people that I know.
Yeah.
Let me check the recently.
Oh, maybe not.
I really do.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's from you, okay. I saw Sandra Paul, and so that's Paul Pruitt, Paul Pruitt.
Yes.
Okay, so. I did not hear back from them. But I can talk about this very.
Okay.
Just check in with Candace and see what with this one. Yeah. And this is the you know what.
Good.
We are live,
Yeah.
we just aren't in, we haven't,
Meeting mode.
Oh, the
yeah.
meeting hasn't started.
meeting hasn't started, we're definitely live there.
Do we have other people in waiting?
No, we do
Oh,
not.
so that's good.
Well, no, nobody said that.
No, I mean, while we're talking in general like this, that's
Yes.
good. I said what I said. That's what I said.
Yes, but we welcome the public because we're
Yeah, always
also
welcome.
on YouTube
But while
where
we're
we go.
talking, there's nobody in there, is what I said. That's what I said.
But we still, Candace still has to rejoin us for us to,
It's still,
well, you know what? I think actually we know she's physically present in the space, probably do introductions of general public comments. Meetings.
sure.
usually.
Hi, Michael Soderstrom, Vice President.
So Laura Myers, president.
Sandra Pruitt, outreach chair.
Sunmin Lee, Region 5 stakeholder.
Sure.
I'm in the back.
And introduce yourself, it's right on time.
Candace Jackson, treasurer.
So far, we don't have Zoom guests. Okay. We do have an agenda posted to the screen, just in case we were Zoom guests. And Laura Myers, the president, is also the Zoom host. Caesar's here. So on this agenda for executive tonight, do you see it?
I'm happy to if you wish. So I think we'll start with the welcome call to order. That's already occurred. We're now in active reviewing the agenda, so I think item 2 is the public comments. In a second, we're going to go over the zoneable.com scope of work, preliminary draft budget, UNNC's participation in upcoming community events, one funding request, and then executive committee business. Any letters? Well, if there are any. Go over the agenda for the next governing board meeting. And go over old business and then adjourn. So with that, we'll kick off the general public comment section,
Okay.
please.
And if you could identify yourself.
Hi, I'm
because-
Sunmin Lee, Jefferson Park. Just, I guess, a few comments. One was, I had brought up that there's a UNC banner on Jefferson and Edge Hill. That's right on the Edge Hill South Street line, and it's an old banner and it's kind of torn down and just scattered. So I wanted to find out, do we have somebody who put that up and was supposed to take it down, or we manage it somehow, or?
I can quickly answer. Actually, we had banners on Exposition, Jefferson, Pico, some are still there, Washington, and Venice. And bit by bit, they've tattered it down. So I think there may be a few still on Exposition. I know there are still a few on Pico. I do not know. I mean, this is a contract with city. AAA, I mean, anyway, I'll ask the council, because,
But it would be nice to have nice banners.
well, we will not, we have no money for nice banners, there's no money to replace them, but a tattered banner should, yeah.
Yeah. And the other one was, that I had put together, I'm working on a neighborhood improvement map. And, I'm starting to slowly, it started off basically, mapping all the crime because that was part of the Jefferson Watch Group. And it's expanded out with all the knowledge that I'm learning about all the things that are on. And I'm hoping to make it more of like a, where people would come in and see what's happening in my neighborhood and be able to just easily see all the projects that are going on. And so I was talking to Sandra about it. She said, maybe I should try to do a demonstration for people to show them if it's, how it works and, if it's helpful. But that's kind of in the prototype or the beta stage where I've had it to a few people to test it out. And so
So what I would suggest, and you've been working on a database of businesses, like this,
Yes, I uploaded.
right? So this is what I would suggest, coordinate with Michael. Everyone, so, and then, because let's not each do separate projects.
Exactly.
And it doesn't sound like exactly what he did on your own. And what
But it
you
would be
did
great.
on your own to overlap, but they don't not overlap. So what would be a good thing would be when the time is right, meaning when you feel comfortable that it's complete enough to show it to executive, and then we can do it as a presentation at the governing.
Wonderful.
But I'm not sure, I am sure the June meeting, which is just 2 weeks away, is not the time. I'm not sure when our July meetings will be. And one of the things we might talk about tonight. Because July, the first Thursday in July is so close to the 4th of July weekend. I mean, it may just be that we end up with a Zoom meeting that's 20 minutes long on that day, just if there's anything we have to know. So I just don't know, but does that work for you?
Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna start conversation, start spreading the word, and then meet more people who are working on things. And
Yeah, well, Teresa
Process.
seems to be working on a map that's more related to trees and tree infrastructure, but it does seem like
there's so many different maps, so many
different layers.
so many different things
Right.
going on.
So what I want to be sure is that maybe they all can layer on top of each other rather than being in all kinds of programs, but maybe that's not feasible.
Exactly.
And I don't really know what committee, but if you,
I'm gonna go to the economic development.
no, I understand it, but you and Michael exchange information tonight.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I have an IT background, so if you need any assistance on that, I'm happy to.
That's why you got to be computers.
So yes. No, I
Wait,
guess
did I
I'll-
confess to that online? We're just gonna find out.
Which is why you got to do computers
Yes.
so easily.
And I think Sandra just suggested I also try to pitch bring the park back into Jefferson Park. Ideas of like economic development in that area, but I wasn't sure if that was before.
That's not this meeting.
That'll be on Thursday.
That'd be
That's fine.
Thursday.
Okay, so not the governors, don't pitch it. Okay.
Well, no, our committee structure allows us to have 1 to 2 hour deep, robust conversations on focused topics.
Okay.
And our executive and especially our governing board is sort of planned for 5-minute quick conversations
Okay,
in general.
So Thursday, you
Okay,
I'm
I
talking
see.
about that.
Okay.
Because it's on the agenda anyway for Thursday.
Yes.
So, yeah,
That's
perfect place for it. That's why I
great. Wonderful.
sent that to you.
There's a few other things, I don't know if my time's up. My time's up.
1 to 2 minutes first.
Excellent. So anyone else for the public comments? All right, so move on to agenda item 3, the scope of work for Zumwinkel.com.
So I did not connect exactly with Anne, so the actual language of the scope of work she hasn't seen, so I'm not sharing. But do you have $4,800 as the amount, or in other words, $400 a month?
No, I've said it to the old amount, that was more. So I can.
No, so that was the amount from last year, 48.
No, it was like 7.
Oh, no, because some of that, the 7,000 is for web services that includes GoDaddy, all of the fees we pay.
I remember we talked about rolling that.
Yeah, it's all one category, but so you don't have a standalone for it. But the bigger point is, last year she took a pay cut, but we have the same $25,000 budget. So in theory, we have to retain the pay cut, but on the other hand, we also have to, if you recall, completely update the website for this ADA compliance.
So we created a category last year, because I remember we had the same conversation, that was website creation, maintenance and fees. So it
Correct.
doesn't specifically say
call it.
any, but it's all of.
Okay, so I'll just assume then that the scope of work that I have in my possession from last year, which was $400 a month of total of $48, is the number that we buried in that number. So I'm suggesting that on our scope of work, we, on the one hand, have to add back in elections without bumping up her pay. So I want a subsidiary paragraph that references this ADA compliance that says something to the effect that UNNC and Sunwinkle.com Sunwinkle.com will endeavor to do the upgrades within her budget, but if it's not feasible and with the approval of the president, director of communications, or designee, so if we assign somebody else to be supervising, she will be able to bill extra hours at the rate below being $75. The city, Don has requested in this citywide budget process that the city council add $10,000 per neighborhood council to handle these upgrades. To be, I don't know if they're gonna have the money to do so. We're gonna have to be before they, so I mean, I just want on the scope of work, and so by explanation, Dan has to turn in a scope of work that the board has approved on an annual basis, and the city attorney writes yet another contract. They don't contract for 2 or 3 years periods at a time. So anyway, so we don't need to vote on this, but we will have to vote on this before at the board meeting.
Okay,
So
and I feel like just as a note, well, when she did elections for us the year before last, the budget for the website creation was the one.
it wasn't, oh, yeah, but that's the whole thing that,
So.
no, I'm saying, I know,
so it's
but we don't have the money, so we're just gonna.
so on the.
But she ended up not having to do that much work, because the elections, I don't know what do you call them, but all of those election pieces of our website are buried behind, I mean, they can be pulled up, so we just need to change information. She doesn't have to recreate them. They're living somewhere on her hard drive or living.
So she does our website, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she can update it, because that's what Sun was also talking about, updating the members.
Well, Hunter must give her the information.
Okay,
Anne does not create content.
okay, she just puts it on, whatever. we
Well,
ask her to do.
I mean, she's not that
Okay,
sticky. Like when we send out a MailChimp with a lot of events, she'll contact Hunter and me and say, you know, these 3 should go to.
okay,
So, but she doesn't. She's not a contact.
okay,
She's a bright, smart, wise, bright woman.
website graphic
Mm-hmm.
person.
No, I mean, she does content for others, but technically the city doesn't allow an outside vendor.
Makes sense, yeah. All right, so when we talk, I'm sure let them know the future update.
He knows, because he actually emailed me a week ago saying,
Yeah.
please send me the updated roster. I need to do the board, but I noticed myself that it's not. So. And there's other things that are not updated within the website, but in particular.
Excellent. Anything else to hit on this one? Okay. Next item is the preliminary draft budget. Fiscal year starting since 27. How time flies.
Yes, I have it. But where is-
Is there Wi-Fi here?
Yes, but I don't think it's.
I just always use my hotspot if it'll.
They don't have a house Wi-Fi?
Yes, they
It's a-
definitely do, we just don't know what it is, so that's.
Well, we know what it is, but it's a city hot. I don't know, you have to ask Gavin if you can use. It's not ours to share.
Not able to
Okay, so
change.
this is the admin. packet. Giving it to you, I'm gonna scroll back.
Okay, so it's that time of year again for the draft admin packet. And this is our first.
He said back to you, Laura. He said, yeah, I'm saying back to you.
Gavin, I don't know what the Wi-Fi is. So you should.
Wow, okay.
So,
So can you use your phone, cause you have a hotspot, right?
Yeah, but I have a limited amount of minutes, but if there was like, if you guys.
Did you have the agenda, what is it that,
I have the agenda, I wanted to get into the documents. That's fine, I mean, that's why I downloaded everything, but usually
okay,
well, it's right up there. Okay, so I'm giving it back to you, Candace, to explain what we're doing.
Okay, so scroll down. Search.
Yeah, so I've got it down to the names of the office.
You could go to the operational office.
see right here.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so a quick overview of the admin packet. There are three large categories, four, but we can use, so the larger categories, and then they're broken down. So basically it's the office and operational. So that's our repeated bills, contracts, if we have to pay for somewhere to meet, so anything, phone, post office, line, Zoom, all of that is in the office operational portion of the budget. Then we have the outreach portion that you're familiar with, where if organizations reach out, ask us a table or post office event, that's outreach. Then we have MPGs.
Within outreach, we have election.
Yes, within outreach, we have election. Then we have the MPG category, negative purpose grant. We do a lot of those since shared out the community. So that's when nonprofits come and ask us for grant money to support events or initiatives or things they have in our district. And then we have community improvement projects, which
CIP, yeah.
which we don't necessarily do. And so our budget then, because the last category is out, our budget then is spread between the office operational, outreach, and MPGs. And then as another note, you'll see when you get to the bottom, outreach and elections will show, but I'm just kind of giving an overview. So outreach and elections are get added together to be part of the operation. And then MPGs, other categories.
Separate.
Yeah. So like, you'll see at the bottom.
NPG expenditure.
Right. So when you see 21, that's outreach, elections, and office operation put together in.
Oh, the general.
Yeah.
So it's looking pretty pathetic.
I mean, so
Sadly.
as we learned last year, so we start with the budget that the city says we're gonna have. And then if they decide to give us more, or if we have rollover, then we go back and add that money. So for an example, our initial admin packet last year was based on a $25,000 budget, but we had a $14,000 rollover. So yay us, we kind of were at parity for the year before. So that's why we were able to do all the things. Now,
So we had 39 initially.
Yes, because we had that, like, it was like 38, 8 something. So the point is, though, we had a very large rollover because the city recognized they cut the budget. And so they said, whatever you have left over, because they usually cap it at 10, but they're like, whatever you have left over, you can just roll over to the union. So yay us, that worked. This year we will not have that much left. Because the good part is we spent the money, right? So we spent the money on outreach and MPGs and all those wonderful things. So kind of good news, bad news is good news. We spent the money on the community, so it's great. Bad news is probably won't have as much as next year.
Because we
Estimating.
won't have the rollover.
We will have a
nearly as
rollover, we
much.
won't have 14. So our estimated rollover will probably be about.
And our year ends in June.
Yes.
That's on
Yeah.
point.
So we're rolling over 7. So think in your mind, this is the base phone. And then, yay, city, if they give us more, then we'll add more. And then in the end of August, like beginning of September, the city sends out an official notice that says, here's your actual rollover. And so then we have to have another meeting. So you know that meeting we have when I'm like, here's the rollover fund. So we have to vote as a board how to allocate the roll. So that's the admin packet budget cycle.
Right, so we have 3 votes.
Mhm.
We have to vote in June. I'm saying this partly for whoever might be watching. We have to vote on the admin packet at our June board meeting because we have to submit it before the end of the fiscal year, or more importantly, before the beginning of the next fiscal year,
Which is.
July
July
1. And otherwise, our funds are frozen, with the exception of $300. So then in July, we have to vote a second time on the same package. Because technically, we're now in the correct fiscal year and we need another BAC board. Yeah,
For the year going forward.
exactly. And then we
So-
vote a third time when we get that letter and we add the more money.
So, you know, I want to do that movie and the parts in August, so when should I?
July.
Yeah. Because then the other thought is July is technically when new people start. So if we appointed folks and the people who have been elected and so forth, right? You give them a chance to vote on it, say, yeah, we like that too.
Except for the fact that anyway, because they
Yeah,
don't
but
have
that's
return.
fine.
So it's a weird concept, but there you go.
Yeah, so okay, so that's those notes. Okay, and then I have general notes about each pack. So basically, this budget is based on our bare bone budget when it was $25,000 last year. And then at the last exec committee, we had a couple of conversations about what we might want to do, what we might want to add. So I sprinkled those in there as well. That's mostly an outreach, but because you know what, gotta be a little creative, right? So
Well,
these
I want to say one thing, we really need to change the USPS to a minimum of 550 and maybe 600 and just grab it from insurance.
okay, so this is where I take notes.
Yes, please, because I could type it, but then it's not on your computer. It's not on, it's just sitting on this computer, so that's.
Yeah, so adjust.
Well, because we're already at
No.
525 and they're raising it a minimum of 2% on July, we won't pay again till March. They always raise it again in January, so I don't.
What's that for? The U.
Oh, the PO box,
Yeah.
the PO box,
Yeah, exactly.
we have to have,
Yeah. Cause we don't get much, yeah.
yeah, we do.
Not junk mail, I'm sure.
Some junk mail, but we get case filings, we get, you know, we get official.
It has to go, it can't come to your house,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So most of this stuff is our recurring bills, things that keep us operational. The Zoom subscription went up last year, it was $200, now it's like 260 something. So I just put it at 275. So we're still waiting on Daniel to send me invoice for that. But
Well,
I'll talk to him. That's fine.
I'm gonna send an email to him, his boss, and to boss of boss. to say, because Anna said that she's been telling Dunn they have to get the invoices out because they are subject to the same June 1st.
Yeah. So, so,
Anna is our funding representative.
so our Zoom subscription, that's annual, Canvas annual, board meeting and refreshments. I feel like we are, that's a standing thing that's rolled over. I think that we're pretty good with the spending. Do we ever hit 2,000?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so there could be room to shrink it.
Well, we're now,
But food costs.
we're at the moment with Hunter doing Calori Kitchen. Plus we have to every once in a while replenish the waters, things like that. We're getting pretty close to like 85.
All right, so we'll leave that
Yeah.
the same. Storage rental unit, I reduced. Because we could have some good use of works. I don't know if you've been into.
All of us were at the meeting.
Oh, so just medium. Okay, so since at some point we'll be able to move our storage stuff into Heather Hutt's office. Yay. Councilwoman Hutt. I cut this down reduced by $1,700. So I said at 2,500, that should get us through the months, hopefully less. So that'll get us through the months up until they move in the building. The website creation, maintenance, enhancement, that is in some wrinkle.
And GoDaddy
And
site something.
Yeah,
There's
so
a lot of
add-ons.
well, hosting. Yeah, it's hosting. We also own UNNC.com because we didn't want anyone else to have it. Yeah, we don't use it. But SiteGround is for the email and other stuff. I mean, there's just a lot.
Yeah, so, and then we have our wonderful board retreat last year that was $1,000, so I kicked that down to 500 because I don't think we spent $1,000.
We do because we use Gramercy.
Yeah, and then insurance, I left at 5. So this is.
Well, you're gonna need to migrate something up to USP and within the category to keep the numbers the same. You have to steal something to unsteal.
Okay, so we have to,
So you can
steal from the storage unit?
That'd be fine. Because it's not a real number. I mean, in other words, if we learn to our chagrin that we can't have storage for free at council office, when we get our rollover, we're gonna have to change.
We're gonna have to change, okay.
So for now, we're gonna just take off, we're gonna keep like 2 Gs in there. For storage unit, because they're expensive, right?
Yes.
It's $265 storage, but since I already know that for sure, the PO box is more than fun.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, if it's, I think that one needs
So
to
you
stay
wanna take $100 off
Yeah,
the
so- and make
storage
it
and make the.
for the 600,
600.
so that I don't have to come to the board when I finally get the bill for approval to pay it, because it's a short window to pay it.
And so that would be a whole new pattern.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So that'll keep.
See, what happens is in all of these, this whole category, we do not need to vote individually or month by month for anything else. Everything else below there, we have to have an individual vote as well as this master.
Okay, so any thoughts, questions, suggestions? No, I don't like that. Yes, I like this for office operational.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, it's down from 20,000 to 14, however you did it, you do.
Yeah.
Shout out to incremental cuts. And
Please ain't take.
my boss being remote today.
Oh.
All right, so to the next category is outreach. We did a lot of outreach work this year, so shout out to us. So this looks very sad compared to what we did, but we did roll over. We did take a lot of our rollover funds and add to this category last year. So this idea came up. We never got to it, but I think it would be a great idea to do this year. UNNC community meet and greet where all of the board members meet with the community. We had a standing offer with South LA, because I've been at work. And I'm not remote, I haven't been there recently, but I can reach back out. Joe still remembers our donations, so he is like, yeah, however I can help and however I can reach. So community meet and greet, I'm thinking like maybe or something.
Might be a little bit early. I don't know, yeah.
Or just meet and greet
So we wait till
for,
the holiday?
No, I mean,
not as an election, because that's separate.
no, I'm thinking timing for an event approval.
Oh,
Because you have to do 30 days in, I mean, if it was really closer to the mid to end of August, and if we have a real board meeting in the beginning of July.
Why can't
Okay.
we do it around the holiday for a purpose to have people come out? Why can't it be a holiday festival?
Not a bad idea, but I do think when the holidays come around, that's when we start doing election stuff. So then you can kind of so you can have a general meet and greet, like, here's the board now. Then if I remember correctly, we start doing the election push around the holidays. So you could still do that, but then it would be like, hey, meet and greet, but also, do you want to run? Do you want to get involved? So we can have two. Because I did put get out the vote event money.
But are the same people that on the board now might not want to be, so we get to keep out to meet these people, and then they step down. What's the
Okay,
purpose?
this is-
Okay.
We're all talking and Michael's not calling.
Oh, sorry.
My thought would be, if we have it in mid-September,
Okay.
then we have enough time to do an event request, regardless of when in July our board meeting is.
Right.
And B, we could have postcards promoting it at the Jazz Festival.
And at that time, we could also promote the elections are coming up,
Yeah.
people are interested,
Yeah,
and at that event, we could talk to potential candidates and
right,
roll it all into
right,
that.
but it is early, so it's just getting people excited.
When does the election happen?
Oh,
Well,
well, okay, so,
So we'll have to do it again then.
let me just say this. 2 cycles ago, 3 cycles ago, and 4 cycles ago, they did the regional elections in the numeric order of the regions. So we're region 10, so we're, no, not by app, it's regions.
Okay.
So we are region 10. And so our elections were towards the end of the election cycle. Last time, they flipped it and had region 12 first, region 11 second, region 10 third. We were really, really early. I don't remember when it was, end of March, early April, like early. So I don't have a crystal ball. And then the other thing is, the elections were, the city clerk does not want there to be elections. They did not include elections in their budget request. People protested and to city council. And there may be an election, but it may be on one single day. So we don't know my point is, we don't actually know the date, but it will be in 2027 in the winter and spring. Because all board members who are newly elected take their seat technically on July 1. So the election can't be after July. And and none of us do. So,
Look,
no, we all just re-ran. We just got elected. So anyway, so if we did something in September, it's a really good preview, come meet the board, give us your ideas, have a cup of coffee. And it's a good way for us to get to know people who are interested enough to meet the board and give us their ideas. And we can be targeting them when the election comes around, more specific.
yeah, sounds like
Along with whatever broad.
Yeah. Because, all right, so.
Well, we don't need to date this in,
Yeah.
but you wanna keep this.
So this is, yeah, so just keeping the meet and greet as a theme, and we can decide when the thing
Right.
occurs. The other thing that we love having, is the community event. So this year, shout out to Sandra and the, event at the park. It was great, excited to miss it. But we want to keep having community-based events where we can bring out resources, shine a light on historic venues, and that sort of thing. So that was $2,000. It's $1,500, but we can roll some over into outreach. The West Adams Jazz Festival is usually $1,500.
Last year it was 500.
Because we did it early.
Because we didn't have the money.
Okay, so
There you go.
this, right, so this is the usual. The first 2 times I did, how many times is this like you? This would be the packet number 2 or 4. Anyway, the first time it was $750 a piece. It was 2 payments of $750. But that's not where we're at anymore. So this is based on the old one. This year, we did get.
Well,
like that.
some vendors pay 500 and some vendors pay 1,500. And we had been wanting to be a $1,500 sponsor because here's this wonderful jazz festival community. They're not expecting $1,500.
So
Yeah.
this can be a chest.
Yes, it can, because also what's missing here, Fire Service Day was so successful, and I know that. And you want to do a movie again, which we'll have to talk logistics because we can no longer donate to friends. Like,
Remember I said city said I want them to help sponsor it.
and that too, but I'm saying we can't give an MPG to friends of the
Jazz.
We're not doing that.
no, because she's president. It's for
Oh.
so you get something for being on the board, you give some things up.
Oh, yeah, well, we did that anymore. Oh. All right, so
I
these we need to
Wait,
cut West Adams.
Well, I'm sorry, so it can still be an outreach event though, so we don't need an MPG.
correct, we
We
can,
can sponsor. like,
yes, that is correct.
Members of the moves in the park still
Yeah, but let me,
want use with friends.
hang on, the problem with the movies in the park is I'm guessing you have things like. All the things that are so hard for us to do, face painter, jumpers for kids, all the things that they don't want, and they don't.
We co-sponsor it and have someone else oversee. That our friends would come in at, if they couldn't be the friends, cause.
No, the friends. I know we're talking logistics instead of budget, the friends could be the sponsor. And we could be asked like to pay for something.
Just not something that's. Yeah.
Right, so it's not something that's like pizza for 200 people, we could probably do, but we just.
But then the bulk would have to come from the friends, and then.
Correct.
So we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
So,
out.
But the thing I'm trying to see now is if we're cutting the West Adams Jazz Festival, do we want to cut that in half or we want to?
Yeah, I mean, max would be $250 a night for 3 nights. But I will tell you, I think most of the nonprofits pay 500. So you're clear.
So $750, and then we want to put
Movies in the park.
or UNNC outreach request.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm gonna say. That you could, but just say such as, I mean, come on. You know, see how you have UNNC community event, that's one we're sponsoring. But the Fire Service Day, we were also the sponsor.
So we want to put Fire Service Day.
Right, and I think we spent. $1100 or $1,200, we don't have to spend that much, but then we would need to have, I guess what I wanna say is, I think we need to approach this year. With finding other community partners to help pay for some of these things. Not just Heather Hunt, not just us. So like Fire Service Day again, but ask Harvard Heights if they would pay $1,000.
Yeah.
How kind of like when we did the dinner, like each.
Correct, when a bunch of, well, right, Fire Service Day, we should be asking Nan to see. North area, because the
That's
service area includes them to co-sponsor with us, for example, but for all of these things. We should have some other, I don't wanna say fiscal sponsors, because that means something different. You know, that's when a nonprofit has a fiscal sponsor, but we should have other fiscal partners from the community helping us, because we just. You know,
So I'm like, oh, you have your computer, you can update this right now.
right.
So what so what I'm gonna
We
do,
could do a such as movie in the park, such as fire
so
service.
here's what I do, I just put UNN outreach event requests. So then that's, so it could be moving in the park, it could be fire service day, right, that's why.
Well,
but-
this park wants us to help pay for the spring extract.
Extract,
And
yes.
even though they don't have the ability to invoice us, so we approved it as outreach for tabling. And we bought all, we bought candy things as outreach for tabling. And for the movies in the park, because there's a movie at Harry Potter Park also in July, I forgot. So
She just told us that the meeting, it's in July, but they're not sure the date yet.
you're right, but I realized that we can't even vote on it.
But
Well,
we do anything for that one, other than
we hand
volunteer?
out candy.
So we don't have to spend no money for that.
No,
That's
we
all
buy.
needed too.
We buy the can, usually Teresa and I have been buying, let me just be blunt. It's, no, I mean, we've been buying like $50 worth of
Oh,
candy, but it's been out of our pockets. And it shouldn't have. to.
Well, then we shouldn't have candy. I mean, it says City 10 is handling it and West Adams, this is their area, don't they, put
We
money
wanna,
to
we wanna have,
candy, not candy, I mean, kids and candy, I don't know why, no, why. we
Okay.
want to do that.
can I say, we wanna,
Tribute.
when we have a table, as reluctant as we might be adding sugar and cavities to all the kids, we tried tangerines and other fruits
And
one
that's
year
the
and
only-
it failed. So we know it's candy, but more importantly,
Oh, it's fruit snacks too, there's,
we,
Rice Krispie treats.
okay, my point is, we like to be at the table because the entire council district 10 staff is present. And they're not talking to little ones, they're talking to us.
Yes, it's
It's a good relationship building that among us adults, even as we're handing out.
That's like tasteless. Cause all you doing is when your stuff run out, give out these bags and then connect.
Right, so we're not connecting with a lot of adults of parents of kids, because they're sitting with their kids in the park, we're connecting with our council districts.
Okay, so,
But
I
we should
just-
have movies in the park.
so. We know the things that we help. Just for ease of flexibility on our part, I put UNNC outreach event requests, so that could be
Yes.
any,
Yes.
yeah, okay, so.
But
I
then the
cut-
money should be more. right?
Yeah, so I cut West Adams. Oh, you can't see mine. It's all right. Basically, I just fixed what we talked about. So I cut West Adams Jazz Festival in Champaign to $750 and then made another UNNC request for $750
Okay.
and kept $1,000.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
All right, so
and I will say, I know we spent more on printing this year, but that's okay, because we're gonna have roll.
yes, so we're gonna, we did spend more.
I know, we definitely spent.
Oh, I put a note. I cut printing by like 5.
Right, well, Grace has now. We love Print Depot, they're a very good vendor for us.
Yeah.
However, for the fire service day, we got tons of thousands of postcards for $200.
Oh, okay.
From where?
Idea Gallery.
Is it online?
No, it's a Korean vendor on Western Avenue.
Oh,
Question.
okay, they're in the, yeah.
They're in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
speak some degree of English.
Cause we could will we be able to go in there and get the same discount, or is it because she knows them? Cause we need to do it.
Just something. It's not something, so
So
She might need to take us with her.
yeah.
Let me try to get some stuff done.
Introduce us. Yeah.
For
So
everything.
printing and advertising for general outreach will be as it stands.
Right.
And if, when we get our rollover, we can add some more.
Right.
And then.
And it
like
can
we
link
add
to, and it
grace.
can link to an amount.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay, so moving on, because I know we said fast, it's not fast.
It's not fast.
But I like feedback, so it won't be like,
Yeah.
this maybe it's up by herself.
Right.
Okay, so in elections, we have get out the vote events.
Oh, I was wondering, what's GoTV?
Oh, I'll spell it out, my bad.
Get out the vote.
This is-
Good.
This is my former politics job. Okay, GOTV events, get out the vote events. So that would be things like the meet and greet. Last year, well, when we had elections the last time, it was like this weird thing where you had to send a postcard and request a ballot and they mail it to you and come and turn it in and then remail it. It was real cumbersome. So we had an event here where folks could we would help them fill out the postcard. We had envelopes for them to put it. I personally took them to the post office on Washington, and then folks got their ballot in. Then we held another one that was like, hey, now that you have your ballot, come turn it in. So folks put it in the envelope and I mailed them and took them to Jefferson. So get out the vote events. I like that. If that's something that
We're gonna need to do that.
if that's the way that they decide to do it
this year.
again, yeah, we're gonna have to have events to guide people through the process. But I don't think those events were super expensive because
They were not.
we got used to.
Well, we got to use this space, which we will not be. Well, and unless recreation and parks is feeling the
Oh,
pain.
I see.
So, I mean, we might be able to, because on a Saturday morning, Gavin's here anyway, so the space is open,
Yeah,
but they're asking for money for the room.
gotcha.
Okay, so we might have to do it at Jefferson, well, 2 times ago, we did it at the Jefferson.
Yeah, and that's cool because Jefferson Library actually has the neighborhood council ballot box. So on the second round, when folks start to get their ballots in, we can actually just say, all right, here's the librarian, go turn. So I have $1,000 for that. And then candidate training information session. Now I remember many moons ago, there was like, I don't know if the neighborhood council did this or if.
Well, no, that was that was
so many
Done.
moons ago in Denver.
Dunn did a candidate training information session.
Okay, just.
What we did was once the people were candidates, was we had to come meet the candidates. I mean, in other words, for voters to meet the
So
candidates.
I could.
But we could do a Zoom meeting. I mean, it depends if we actually.
Do we wanna do it in person or?
Well, we don't know what we wanna do because we don't know. Last season, we didn't really have much in the way of a contested election.
That's true.
So, but in prior years. Sometimes Zoom is more effective if you're gonna have a candidates forum.
Oh, right.
Because you provide questions and, you know, you've got all these faces on Zoom. So, but putting in the money like this is fine, because the thing is, we still would have to vote anyway. What this creates is a $2,500 budget for elections, which is around the amount, 10% of our total budget, that we should not be spending more than 10% of our total budget on elections, and we shouldn't be spending less than
Right.
that.
Okay, so we'll have a information or candidate training some, well, maybe training is not the right word,
No,
but
it's
Information.
a candidate informational session. Okay,
Yeah,
say training.
it's a meet the candidates, really, or candidates forum.
Canvas
Okay,
forum.
so I'll put
Okay.
candidate form. And then advertising and printing $1,000. Okay, and then next. So basically, after I put all of the categories together on the above lines, including outreach, all the operational stuff. I took what we had left, which was $3,315, and just split it in MPG. So
And how much did we spend this year?
What is it bad?
Well, he's saying this number because we do way more than that.
We do, I mean, because we support the community part.
And your average request is from like 12 to 25.
Yeah,
It
this
goes
is-
with the economy right now. Everything is bad, so.
So
This is what it is.
just kind of as a thing, so I just divided this evenly, so it wasn't anything weird like $500, because that helps some, but yeah.
So GMTs.
Right, and so when we get our rollover, we usually put a nice amount of that towards FGs, because we know we do a
A
lot
lot
of
of
it.
FGs.
So, scroll down.
Oh, scroll
Yeah.
down, I'm sorry.
So,
Nothing.
and then community improvement projects, that's like the tree stump thing.
Well, the problem with community improvement projects, and it is like the tree stumps thing, the tree stump removal. By and large, they're very difficult to get approved and they're not quick to get approved. And back when we had more of them, the city allowed neighborhood councils to, forget what it's called, but essentially you can vote for encumber. You can encumber funds, so you can vote in one fiscal year to encumber $3,000 for a project that requires multiple city department approvals and other sources of funds. And maybe it's not gonna be built for 5 more years, but the 3,000's encumbered all the way forward. They do not allow us to encumber funds any longer, except under exceptional circumstances. So,
So with the, when we were talking at the city tent, then we talked about the Washington. Cleaning up kind of, and the Jefferson, would that be considered some funds we can use for those two things?
I think the project that we've been talking about more specifically would be like relighting the Jefferson sign
Yeah,
would be a CIP. The other problem with getting CIPs approved is that we cannot pay third-party vendors. So we have to pay, I mean, it's very complicated, so we just don't do it.
and it's big.
That
It's like, it's just
first year was
really complicated.
treasurer, there was like encumbered funds and stump removals and some other stuff that took a year and a half.
Right.
It's
But
complicated.
because we were allowed to encumber some funds during COVID.
But it's too cumbersome.
To encumber, yes. Yes.
Yes, so
Scroll down.
grand totals here. So office operational, remember that is all of our storage operational stuff comes out to $14,185. Outreach expenditures, $5,000, election expenditures, $2,500. So the general operational, all those categories come out to $21,685. MPGs, $3,315. No CIPs for a grand total of 25. So I'd like to add and re-add. I feel like I had coffee when I did this, so these are active. Feel free.
No, that's okay.
So
So
yes,
the other thing that is in the admin packet that we vote on is another weird old thing. We scrolled real fast, but we just vote for our existing financial officers at this time, because we don't know who's gonna be next year. Can't move this forward without, so it's us three.
Okay, so y'all have to vote.
No, we can vote, but I mean, the thing is, I'm still, you'll still approve me in June as the card holder.
Yeah,
And in fact, you'll approve me in July as the card holder, even if you approve the second card holder, because we can't exist without somebody holding a credit
yeah, okay. Cardinal.
card. Right.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, so
And
Yeah.
Candace is probably thinking she can't be saying that. Okay, but we have to, in June, we have to vote her treasurer again.
so that someone. Yeah, and so that's kind of like the joy and wonder of being treasurer. You kind of gotta do it until someone takes it over. So if no one wants to do it, just
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yes, this packet also approves our officers, and then that 1 year, you gotta turn it in so that they can do their things. It's
The
not
financial
The
officer.
financial officer.
Here, I'll show you, it's the.
Yes, towards the top.
Here, so Candace Jackson treasurer, she'll have to sign it, I mean, this is.
Yeah. So at the sign, I have to rescan
Yeah,
all
we have
of
to
it and then send it to you.
Right, and then Michael as the second signer. And so he's been, even though he's vice president, he's never actually been able to give up the second signer position because Chris never took financial officer.
Okay.
And then you didn't put alternate, that would be me, alternate signer.
Yeah, and so basically this allows us to have valid BACs for the financial stuff, which is
Right.
very important. They
Very
will send you stuff back.
Oh, they did send us the MER back. Did you see the email? They sent back the 2 MERs I uploaded. Because apparently the BAC doesn't have a fiscal year on it. I will.
Yeah, and so that is how.
It's very, very personal.
Okay, that is how detail oriented. Yes, that
It must be.
they are, but the data, they've always kind of made a thing about. I could. So yeah, so that's the budget. Any thoughts, any questions?
Yeah, can you spell my name right?
No, I did not say.
NEY.
Oh, that was
he
just a
is
typo.
different. Yeah.
Typo, sorry.
Right, and then we don't
That's
have.
not yours, that's on hers, you don't put stuff to say.
No,
I know mine is
that's the real.
This is the one.
If it's not-
This is
not
the
making a-
presentation. This is, yeah,
That's the PDF that I
That you
uploaded,
sent
but
to
I
her.
will.
Okay.
right, is that?
And then you also have to list like leases and agreements,
Yeah.
so like the address of where our storage unit is, and if we have a
Yes.
lease agreements have meet.
Yeah. So that would be, I'm now in that, so we have, meeting location. Storage facility.
CO box, right?
Michael, your name's spelled right, since I'm here. That's, I thought they were, but that Laura's just a typo, I know how to spell.
Oh,
It was mine that was not right.
correct, that's right, Michael Soldier.
Yes.
So additional.
All right, so that's all I have, sorry that took
Nothing
long,
to
but
share. That's okay.
love to
Remember
get
everything.
feedback, make sure everybody understands. So then when we talk about it at the general meeting, you know, and gather more ideas.
Right, because I mean, people are getting very eager to create projects.
Mhm.
It's just that we don't have any money.
Right.
For us.
So we have to be, to your point about partnerships, you have. to
Right.
be-
Well, I mean, one of the things we're talking about, talked about at council office and talking about on Thursday is, Walk on Washington or Jaunt on Jefferson. I mean, those are very expensive events, and we clearly money. We have the enthusiasm, don't money, but we would need to not spend zero, but they're not in our budget at the moment. So, figure some.
All right. I'm all done.
Oh, excellent. So that closes what? Item
Four.
4?
Yes.
Next. Pardon?
I was saying, you're right, I was thinking, we're all the way down. No, we aren't.
Oh, because I don't have to do it. Treasurer's report.
No, you
No,
do
you
not.
So next is item 5, the UNNC participation upcoming community events. Dada annual block party, LA 84 on June 27th.
Right, so I'm gonna talk about something and then I'm going to play something. So we have 2 events immediately coming up in June. And that's on Sunday, June 7th, the Debbie Allen Dance Academy neighborhood block party, which is from, in like noon to 7, but it's on Washington Boulevard from Western to Gramercy. And we will have a booth. We could, in past years, we pretty much were trying to reach out to adults. There are a lot of kids there, so we could do kids stuff too. It's very loud because there's a lot of music and there's dance performances, things like that. So, I don't know which is the more important thing to have. And then on June 27th, play day, and I'm gonna play a video, maybe, I didn't do it right. And I'm gonna stop the share and try again. Because isn't there a way? Yes. Yeah. So that we get a.
Let me do the proper introductions. This is the epic block party at the intersection of Adams and Gramercy.
I like being here because it's like a lot of activities and fun things to do. I like to play because it helps with my energetic stuff.
When I say play, you say play. Play.
Make sure that Ellie is doing exactly what we're doing right now, bringing joy and playing. And right now, everybody that you see here today, playing, and all of our children, this is what LA is all about.
So we're being thrown in the middle of that. At the moment, the coloring books. So the question is, do we want to have more than that? And are we able to? Here we go.
So this is my forte,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Preschool teacher, daycare provider, I know about some playing. Okay, so, I was thinking that we could have we could possibly do the activity books, cause that's eye coordination, and those things are good too. There's a couple of things that have to do with that, and the crayons. And then they have, Amazon has it's a 4-in-1, it's called Connect 4. So it's a Connect 4 where you down to Connect 4. You ever seen that? On side since he was a kid, and then on one side you can play a little basketball and have a hook thing. I wish I had a picture of it. Can you go to Amazon real fast? Share.
Oh, my fun thing.
Okay. I can,
Amazon. It's in my cart.
yeah, but that, I don't know if I get to your cart.
No.
My wife regularly sends me things to the part of my web doesn't like that.
Yeah, okay. So tell me what I'm searching
Okay, so
for.
call Connect 4. Let's see, is it
Connect. That's,
The jumbo one or
yes,
the big one?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's the kind, yeah, big one for outside.
We just did this for an event.
Right, can we show it?
I'm
There.
trying, we don't really have,
Yeah.
Jumbo Connect Four.
Right there, which is
Jumbo
all
Jam.
weather.
oh,
But there's also, so it comes with this one, which is just Connect 4, but there's another one, roll up, scroll up.
down.
Uh-huh. There's one where it's a Connect 4, and then on one side you can play, keep going a little bit more, let's see.
Yeah, but I see one that's on special.
Keep going, please, so we can see that it's enough of, okay, is that it? You can play basketball, a little hoop on one side, and the other side has where you can throw the rings onto it. Can you keep scrolling?
Oh, like that
Right,
one.
right there.
Okay.
You see a giant 4-in-1 Connect game set?
That's
Scroll
not
it down some. You see, so it's basketball, little basketball hoop on one side and the other side. So we have 4 things that can happen right there. We can put that out there and we can have some stuff on the table. Yeah, that attracts the people. Cause all that paper we put out all the time, the wind blows everything way too much and people don't read that much anymore. So then I took this, it used to be all one side, it was this on one side and then the information. I cut it in half. Now I would like it to be a magnet like this and put the QR code on here that will lead people to our website. So we don't have that. We could put the papers inside of those bags. That's my car too. Then we can have the backs on the table. Then I wanted to order stadium cups and stylus pens. Stylus pens is a stylus pen. People use it a lot these days because you can use it on your with your phone and stuff.
I didn't know that's.
And it's all under. Right, we're gonna put it on in one here. Name recognition is good, and on the stadium cup, name recognition as well. Now colors are orange. I love the orange part. So orange with these stylists, and you get like 100 for 182, and the Stadium Cup get 250 for 187.
So this is this year's budget.
So
Uh,
total it would be
I'm
like
looking at it.
441.03. If you add the crayons in with the activity books, it would come to a total of 441.03. Oh, but that's not including these.
And it's not is that including this 4-in-1 or no? I don't think so. I mean, we're jumping items, I didn't see that. No,
So, okay.
yeah, so it wasn't, but that's okay, I
So if
mean,
we have enough crayons, we could take that one off.
I don't know, we'll look up there in the box. I
If we
don't,
do
I
have those
feel
two
we don't.
things, then we can use the money for the
I just
magnets.
ordered a big old, so that's left over, we had a bigger thing.
Okay. Can we're still on item 5, we're gonna move to item 6, because it
This
seems
is
to now.
item 6, we're talking about it right now.
Well, we're doing 5 and 6 together
Yeah,
perhaps.
so I'm doing the funding request right now. So those are the things I would like to see us have out there,
Okay,
and we can also have those things for data, we can use that play, the 4-in-1 for the play at LA Play.
mhm.
And have the same, then have some more stuff on the table. We could use it, and at data, we could just have the magnets and all this
Yeah,
stuff to give away. And then we could have the activity books and the crayons on the table.
and we you're saying activity, we have those little coloring, so that you're talking about,
And I'll have some other ones that are really activities, have.
Right. but we also have the color, we have the coloring. books,
Okay.
Get to give them away.
So we'll check that one out as well, yeah. So for data, we can pass our coloring books with the little crayon set and guess we can do the stadium and the stuffed bags.
Right, so we may need more bags.
Pass on my cart too.
So I have put $500. Candace, are you clear on where we are
I'm about to check,
on that?
yes,
Discussion and action.
of what we have left for outreach.
No, well, that, but I mean, what do we have left, period?
Oh, what we have left total to spend.
Yeah, how much do we have, where are we? Cause
Net available to spend is 8,100.
okay, so minus 500, because you haven't done that MPG yet. The M minus what, so Hunter, so let's say minus 1,000,
Yeah.
because we also have a caloric, I mean, there's other stuff. And we
So-
will have 2 and someone will use.
Right, so I just did the math on our total outreach budget for this year, it's $8,051.50. And so far, we have spent $7,355.23, so that leaves us a grand total of $696.
So
We don't know how much it's gonna cost, I'm thinking about just 100 of these.
these are magnets.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to, so this is. From this committee, we're not stuck with the 500 I put on the agenda. Because we have another agenda item, which would be number 9, approve agenda items for the board meeting, so we can. Whatever we want on the number, however. Once we get to board, whatever dollar number is on the agenda, we cannot go above it, and we will need specific prices. So,
Can 4 work? I mean,
No.
5 is fine.
no, I think it's too low.
Yeah, I think it's too low.
It's too low because she didn't have the 4-in-1 Connect game, which is a great idea.
It's $80, well,
It's-
71.
It's 71 today and maybe it'll,
live.
no, I'm on
No.
Prime, I'm at Amazon
Oh,
Prime, no delivery. It's taxes though. But no delivery. But, okay, I'm gonna unshare this. Because I wanna go to share what you actually have on the request.
There it is.
Are we, anything needs to be 5, we can't use the data thing, so put it.
I think you buy enough for both
Well,
of them.
okay, hang
Well,
on.
no, so I'm just trying to.
Until June 4, data is June 7, so. If I've created. Well, it depends.
It's better,
If I-
prime delivery.
Yeah, no, it's be prime, but we may not
I
have,
just don't know about
We're-
these being ready.
well, we won't have the magnets. I mean, because
Okay.
that would have to be made. So we wouldn't have the magnets.
But we can have everything else.
Well, Stadium Cup, we can have things that aren't branded, but the things that are branded. You know, this
We're gonna
is,
use 4 imprints for these, for the Stallions pins and the stadium. cups.
yeah, they're not gonna be in our possession by June 7th. Because we
How
can't,
long does it take?
well, no, but we don't vote till June
Oh,
4th.
we have to vote.
We need a BAC, can't pre,
Okay, when we vote on June 4th, we couldn't get them by June 7th.
that's Sunday,
I know, so we wouldn't have them by then.
correct?
4th is on
For
Thursday.
imprint?
Yeah.
No, they take like.
Okay. I like,
We would
you
have
know
to-
what we could ask Candace, your kid, what we could ask, Candace, what you could ask Anna.
Don't we have a standing printing materials?
Well, how much of it have we spent? We had $1,500. And did we spend it all?
Most of that is, I have to. go
Do you
through
have
the credit
access to
card.
look, yeah, can you see the credit cards?
No,
I
because the
have-
internet, I mean, yes, I can,
Okay.
but not right now, because the
Okay,
internet. is
Well,
not-
here, so we have two possibilities.
Okay,
One of them would be that we still have money left over from a vote we took in August for $1,500 of promotional materials for the year. I don't know if we still. I mean, all these other things like the coloring books and the master green plan, all that stuff, those were other votes. But we did a general vote in August. Or maybe September, but I think it was August for stuff to hand out at tabling events for Jazz Under the Stars. The Korea Festival, you know, and all of those things. And we may or may not have spent money. If we still have any money left over, we could probably order, it wouldn't be a lot, maybe one of these things. Without asking for permission. The other thing we could ask Anna is. If, for example, I paid from my own, I mean, it's all one Amazon account, I put our UNNC credit cards in it, but my credit cards in it as well. Can I be, if I prepaid for something? Can we vote to vote to approve it and then vote to reimburse me? Oh, no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, but if it's Amazon, we'll be able to vote.
No, but the thing is, it won't work anyway, because we're past the time of the check requests. To reimburse me, if we can't vote on June 4 for a check to reimburse me.
Oh, yes,
Because it
last day.
expired June 1, so
June
that is not a possibility. So. I feel like we might be able to get one branded thing. In advance, and then the other branded things for June 27 and beyond.
Yeah, 27 should be fine.
Right.
In the second.
Yeah, the 7th is not gonna be,
so should we just wait for this to happen,
Well,
for the 27th?
we're gonna figure out. We will figure out if we have any money left at all. Okay. The activity books for kids crayons, that is Amazon.
Yes.
So definitely I could piss. The person I work with off and go back to his house after the board meeting. Thursday, June 4th at 10 o'clock at night and order the Amazon stuff and hope it will arrive.
Yeah, well,
Just order.
Gee,
yeah, why can't you?
I can-
Just leave it.
No, I think, no, my point is I don't have. Or I borrow the computer. Those are my two choices.
use my computer, 'cause I always have
To
it.
get back into my Amazon account.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
you
just,
just have
oh,
to
I just
log
need to
in.
know.
Yeah,
You just sign it.
You just
Yeah.
need to use this, but you can
Yeah.
give me.
Why
this.
couldn't I use this?
You could?
You're gonna.
I can't do it in the middle of, oh, you're right. Here's my password for the world to see. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, so you can either sign in your Bible, you could go in and do it. How do you think I get these things in? My job be.
Okay, so essentially we can go in, but we'll know in advance. So the Amazon thing, we'll know in advance if they are next day delivery or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, so this one, Yes, I understand, but you have vendors, some of the vendors aren't so fast.
Now we're gonna put positivity out in the universe, we're manifesting it.
But there's many kinds of activity, I mean,
Okay.
different makers of
So what
activity.
about this? Can we get the QR and this maybe for
Well-
June, for the play?
Well, we're gonna check and see if we have any money left.
We just need the price. So I can tell you what we have left in outreach is the $696.
Yes,
right?
but what do we have left in the VAC? We
But
already passed.
The VAC for the 15th. Okay, so if these are credit card expenditures.
They're all credit cards.
Then.
I can add them up. For you, I mean.
So we would have to go through and pull out,
Yes,
this matches with this,
exactly.
for the $1,500.
And that's not that hard to figure out because every time I write a description, it says what VAC we put.
And then I need to do another funding request then, right?
We'll figure that part out. Because we're gonna, obviously, it looks like we're separating.
One in the
So-
top.
Things are really low. Sorry, I have to go.
No. Okay, so Laura and I can.
Fill in volunteers for what?
Okay, this is what we're trying to do. We voted for $1,500. We spend a lot of it. We may not have spent.
Okay,
If we didn't spend all of it, you could easily order. Probably either the refrigerator magnets or the stadium cups. Or the stylus pens, but we probably don't have enough money for all three.
for the Dada event, but by Play
Right.
LA we would,
Exactly.
okay. And then who could put the QR on here? Who could fix this?
Well, Hunter,
Okay. 'Cause I couldn't-
well, I see what you've done. Hunter did not make this postcard.
No,
So this postcard,
this is gonna be the magnet side, and this is gonna be the informational with the
so
QR.
this artwork. The actual art with the digital. If I don't have it,
Yeah, Raheem did this, right?
yeah, no, but I think the artwork is sitting in Print Depot. And they're nice people, even though they're not gonna do magnets for us.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought I asked them if they could do magnets. I asked them.
Okay.
I took it down there, yes, they can.
Well, then they should be able to have the QR. They have because they have the digital files, they should be able, in other words, you cut this apart and put it back together, but they can do the same thing. Digitally that you did with the scissors.
So I went down there and asked them, they told me that we would have to put the QR code on here.
Oh,
And I can send it to them on the website.
can I see what you? Well, you don't want these same words, eh?
No,
No,
that's
that's-
the magnet side, I just want that front side.
Just the front side, because I was gonna say, this is our 20th anniversary.
Yeah, no.
Well, I guess, you know what? I don't know if Raheem actually did this one, that's the problem. I don't think Raheem did it, I think his team did it,
Right,
none of
Right.
them are. Okay,
don't you think that would be a good idea?
I do,
Yeah.
And a QR code on there, they could just go right to our website for all information,
and would it be this big?
5x7.
Oh, so it just goes on the refrigerator. Oh,
Yes,
so let's ponder this.
okay.
I mean, let me see what we have in our Google Drive for the artwork.
For this, yeah, and the QR code. I will ask Hunter too, man, yeah,
Well, he has to do the QR code for us,
for sure,
anyway,
okay.
for sure. Okay,
Okay. And then we should also make so moving forward, ours is gonna be a little different, we're gonna have to add some stuff to it. We should have a QR code on something, a poster board or something, where they can go to information, because people don't do all that reading anymore.
yes, of course.
There's a QR code on the flag, but
Oh,
I don't know if there's a set, if we have a set, if you're saying we have a set QR code.
yeah,
I don't know that we have that.
put one on the poster and have. it on
Yeah,
the
because
test
the
or
problem with QR codes, I've been told, I'm looking at, I might have to move. Charges, some of them expire. Do you know why?
Most it's encoded data, so as long as you're. As long as you're not going to like another redirect service that will go out. So we could create a QR code to that as well.
All right, So for bringing this forward to the board, we're gonna get a better budget. We're gonna know what you can spend now and what we need to ask the board for before I create an agenda for the board
Budget
meeting.
requests, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
so separate it out.
well, I mean, really just a budget, not a budget request, just a
Oh, just
budget.
budget.
So that people can, I mean, in other words, the people, you saw how I just scrolled right past everything else and put the budget.
And then will I be discussing both the Dada Academy and Play LA?
Well, we're gonna be discussing tabling at future events.
Okay. Okay,
That's what we're gonna be, I mean, in other words, because some of this stuff might, I mean, obviously, the play thing
yeah,
is specific to Play LA.
for sure. And then I was also thinking, every time that, so we should have.
And where is that gonna be stored? Don't even ask.
We have two, I have two tables I can bring out for the outreach, but I think that board. I think it would be a good idea to order a nice sturdy, not a tripod, but a poster holder, because it always falls down and it takes up way too much space on the table.
For the master green thing, we have this very flimsy, what we really need
I
is a
donated that for something else. Yeah, there's a sturdy kind, also it has to have its own table and its own area, so we're gonna need 3 tables, 2 for the outreach and 1 for the green. And I think now the conversation should be about it because all the decals are everywhere. I don't think you should be asking for any more decals, we should be just focusing in on maybe talking about the one, there was a petition out for the one
Well,
Arlington and Expo.
If you look carefully at the green map, we still haven't covered the north. If your side is filled,
Yes,
our side, my side is empty,
so
Michael's side is even more empty.
so the Caesar
Must be
can,
green.
so Caesar can do that's a Park and Rec thing, and I can do the outreach side.
Sure.
And I would like to ask the kids if they're still in school, math and science to help out. I don't know if they'll be in school in June, at the end of June, but the beginning of June for the data, I'd like to ask them to come out and volunteer, because getting these people to volunteer,
Okay, well,
I'm gonna put it out there anyway.
I
for us to
know
volunteer.
Eric Barlow from STEM Prep Omen, you know. About, I mean, something not related to this,
So
but
you could do that, but I have a relationship with him, so I'm gonna be.
oh, you're construction.
Talk to him and Kevin about this part, volunteering.
Okay.
And then I guess we'll post it once we have our meeting, to see if we can get some grown folks volunteers to come out.
Okay, and then one more thing that gets buried into this, and you and I already, both Sandra and Siobhan have researched, we need to decide on one, but our tent, the Karen case is fraying. So we
I
need,
sent you one, didn't I?
you sent me one, she sent me 2.
It's about
I haven't-
$70.
I haven't looked at any of them yet,
Okay.
but the key thing is
Need to order them.
well, one with wheels,
That's the one I sent you, has wheels
Right.
and little flash and stuff,
right?
from Amazon too.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be also put into this kind of master request.
So I'll put that in the budget to write it down
Yeah.
again, on wheels, what is it,
So,
carrying case, yes.
Yeah. okay, so this, you're not getting done early. Okay,
All right, so I've reported.
right, so Michael has, it's under mine, but this president's report discussed government officials section of the standing UNNC governing. It's really a Mike, well, I have my thought.
Oh, right, so I think you were chastised for having a back and forth with people from CD10. Which seems like a valuable part of the meeting, so if we're not able to do it as part of that line item. I don't know if we can just have a separate line item to have back and forth with CD10.
What, talking about that?
Yes, because I mean, that's really one of the highlights.
That's why people sometimes come to the meetings, is to have access to government officials. And
Essential consultant?
He was basically saying that the structure of the meeting should only be her giving information to us.
And the item itself says specifically, government officials, information and reports / discussion.
Yeah.
So I was,
Taking them back when he said.
yes, I was taking that's a good, nice way to say it in a recorded meeting. And I don't think he saw how much anger, the faces pivoted and there was anger. I don't think since he was on Zoom. And this was a fully in-person meeting.
I think he kind of felt it though, because he said something about it. Don't you think he felt it, Mike?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think he kind of felt the energy, like.
It was evident on the Zoom. Oh, I mean, Hunter was very, very expressive.
Yeah.
Other people were very expressive, so. Yeah.
So,
I'll ask.
so my feeling is, so what I said to Ally is that, okay, so you and Danielle and I can talk maybe a week in advance before the agenda is prepared. And if there's anything you're going to tell us, I can add it, but I don't think I should
That's
have
right.
to.
No, I think it should-
We don't know what's gonna come up in the meeting.
and we should be, that's why she
Right.
comes and that's why we come to answer and ask.
So I think maybe I change it to say round robin discussion.
Good. I like that.
That's all.
I like
That works.
Yeah.
We push back and
Yeah,
they tried us and we put something else in, because that's really the whole point.
yeah.
No, I definitely think there's people who come to the meeting to engage with government officials, and not only that. He used to be the NEA for North Area Neighborhood, Empowerment, Congress, North, whatever it is. But I look at their agendas and I've occasionally attended their meetings. The first whole hour is one government official after another. They're in 3 council districts. So they hear from CD1, they hear from CD9, they hear from CD8, they have discussion, and then they have other people attending, and it's like. He has to know. And they don't say, anyway, I'll look at their agenda to see if it's stated differently, but we intend to have Q&A and round robin discussion, so I'll just say Q&A, Q/A round robin discussion.
Yeah.
And,
I think we're gonna keep going the way we've been going, because otherwise, that's the whole purpose. I thought one of the wonderful things about us is we're the liaison between the city agency and our constituents, or what we call stakeholders. That's the beautiful thing about it. So if you take that away, then
okay,
get on my nerves.
so, since we're all here and not up there. I'm not gonna post, well, maybe I am. I'm just gonna, Here. On our,
And I actually, I no longer have a link to that, so if you could, would you, whenever you can.
Send you the link?
That was.
Oh.
Computers.
Oh, got it. Well, I will tell you that it's hard to read, but essentially.
You can make it bigger.
I can make it a little bigger, but it's still.
That's big, honey.
All right, 27. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so, but now, okay, so Shannon's begun to take her training. She's one of our 2 new board members. She's taken her code of conduct and gender expression. She has not done ethics. Well, it's hard to know. This is from like today. They only updated on the done website on Mondays and Fridays. So, I don't know. Everybody else is in relatively good shape except Chris.
Got lost Chris.
And, well, but Chris also, look, she's almost a year old on her ethics. So I don't know what to say. And then Josh at the bottom has not yet.
Is he still coming?
He just started, he's already been there last.
Oh, no, that other Josh, was that, we had a black Josh, does he still?
Oh, Joshua was sick.
Joshua, okay,
And Josh expired and renewed on the same day for his,
okay, cool.
so it's doable. It's definitely
Well,
doable.
Chris doesn't have any excuse because, every time we come to a meeting, you ask her about it. So,
I know.
she was thinking about other stuff.
So I just don't know what to say. But that's it. Now we're gonna go.
So what else do we need? The attendance annual report, treasury report, done, president, you have a report?
Take it, let you run this.
Oh, you got it? She was
No, it's
secretary.
stuff done.
She was secretary at one point.
That's a lot.
She was on executive too. Approve agenda items for June 26th meeting, not 20, I mean, obviously, we never really know what we're doing, but I know we're gonna be doing the scope of work for Anthem. We're gonna be doing the budget. The stuff we've discussed. I do not think we have a planning and zoning agenda item. To vote on, but we might have, we might, actually, I'm wrong, because tomorrow night we have that darn Wilshire Tow that's operating with impunity. Planning and zoning, so we actually might, we're gonna have a letter, Siobhan is drafting it. See, I'm learning how to delegate.
And maybe think, we'll have the meeting on Thursday.
Yeah, there may or may not be something coming out of that for voting, but we might. Might want to have some committee reports for once.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a whole bunch of minutes we haven't approved.
Oh.
Maybe we'll finally get to that. So the bigger question for me is, so that's also 100% in-person meeting again.
Really?
Well, because we haven't solved the problem of them not knowing how to read.
I think it's important that they come to the meeting.
Well, I think in person's a better experience anyway.
Right.
But we haven't, you missed the meeting. You missed, because Daniel.
That was Daniel too.
That was Daniel too.
I mean,
The empowerment guys.
Well, they sent,
the guy who's supposed to intimidate.
correct, same dude. Oh, sorry. He is more the messenger than he is, in this case, the interpreter. But we got an email from John saying that we can't do hybrid meetings until we talk to the city attorney. And I wrote back in that moment that I'm not spending my time talking to the city attorney, since, you guys needed to have sent us the actual law, not your interpretation.
That's what she said too.
Of the law, but the actual law, and they didn't, but both Josh Stevens was Josh.
The new guy.
No, the old guy, the guy who's been on our team for 2 years, who's a lawyer. And who deals with legislative matters. He looked at it and I read it too. And we're fine, we are actually correct in how we do it, but because we need to approve this budget, I don't wanna argue. I wanna get this done.
So everybody show up.
So everybody shows up
Butts in the seat.
and butts in the seat as best they can. What they are saying is, they are correct about their interpretation of who's allowed to be remote. So being stuck at work or traveling for business might be an exception because you work in a quasi-governmental. To be traveling for business for a governmental reason, but you can't be traveling for.
Energy is about to go.
I see that. You can't be traveling, you're right over. You can't be traveling for business for just a regular job.
Okay.
Yeah, and but you can, you can be remote for, you need to take care of someone in your family, you're sick, they're sick. There's some other reasons, they can make accommodations, I mean, there's a lot of reasons where you can be on the Zoom. I feel like, there's gonna be a lot more sniffles than in the past. But we are allowed to meet, we say in person and Zoom, but essentially we voted to be Zoom and in person. So we're fine. I mean, when the the new one, SB 707 says is silent on the hybrid meeting. I mean, we're okay, but they don't know we're okay. We just want to get our admin packet done.
Yeah.
So for the July meeting, July 2nd is the Thursday. July 4th is the Saturday, I believe. And I feel it's just gonna be really hard to be in person on that day. So my question is, do we want to do the whole meeting, but via Zoom, maybe a 2-hour meeting, Zoom?
July 2nd.
On July 2nd, do we want to do
Okay,
no meeting?
next month, we're good.
I'm moving on to July. because we need to, this is an agenda item for the June meeting,
Okay,
setting the July meeting date.
okay,
So our options are gonna be no meeting on July 2nd and have a random date later in the month.
Right.
A Zoom meeting on July 2nd, but maybe brief, just to handle if there's any emergencies. But that would be, in other words, we have to have a July meeting if we're gonna vote for money for movie in the park in August for that. So,
If it matters and I need to be there, the second would really be the only day that works, obviously.
out of the country, it seemed long.
so.
I mean,
Brief.
Well, or just hope for the best and have an in-person July 2nd meeting like it's normal, that's our regular meeting night.
What the, oh.
Is the first
The
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, so the Thursday after that is the ninth.
Yeah,
Actually.
but we won't have.
I'll be here.
Oh,
Which, I mean.
Well, no, but you,
It's fine to do without.
yeah, no, but that's
I
not the
think I
point.
kinda
He's got set up the owl and get the meeting up on the screen.
I can sort of coordinate with Thunder on that if need be. That said, the second is before the holiday. I think most people probably would think like
Well,
the Friday or Monday.
I'm gonna ask people, but I'm just saying our choices seem to be an in-person meeting on the 2nd, 100% Zoom meeting on the 2nd. You know, it's not impossible to do 100% Zoom meeting. You know, we can do that every once in a while.
I feel like that's not drag out long.
Yeah, I think we should do it in person. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it in person one and get it over with before the weekend starts or.
Can you believe this post-COVID? Because really, everybody used to say, oh, let's do Zoom, okay? And then the third option is later in the month, but if we do it later in the month, it makes it really difficult.
To get the.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
because, yeah, you know what, what's the date? August 3rd is the movie, is that right? No, you're not doing it
Oh,
on,
August, yeah, I wait, see, you said, I'm thinking June, July.
No, wait a
August, I don't even know.
isn't it the,
First
don't you,
Tuesday,
the first Tuesday?
That'd be before.
I'm about to look.
August 4th.
Sheesh, so that means we have to do an event request.
No, I'm gonna change it to August 11th, the 2nd, because that is.
You're not doing it on night out on Friday.
I'm not gonna do it the same night.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2nd, it'll be August 11th.
Okay, great. Then we have-
Okay.
We'll do my second. You turn to the calendar.
You go back and watch the transcripts.
Okay. All right, so,
So we're clear, we're gonna meet July.
well,
2nd.
we're clearly going to ask the board if there's quorum, because just that we're happy to do it doesn't mean
Yeah,
13, well, we have to have 13 people. So, all right. I've lost my agenda.
So the next, assuming that that's the end of it, then there's UNNC letters, if any, there are none.
Oh, this-
Agenda items, we did that, old business. None to cover, so then the next item is adjourned.
Yay,
Yeah.
well, adjourn and do inventory real quick.
well,
Wait, what?
we were gonna take a step there. Do we